Hello viewers, and welcome back to Fafana Maths class. Previously we did look at the certain types of angle, which is the angle at a point and then angle on a straight line. Now we have this question on the board which says that we should find the unknown angles here, which is what in the diagram below. Find x, y, z, p and q in this diagram. Okay, so when you look at it very well, here we are going to make use of the two types of angles that we learned previously, which is the straight angle and then what, the angle at a point. Okay, now the first thing that you have to do here is to make sure that you solve the question one after the other, because when you find one angle, it leads you in finding another angle, and then it also leads you to finding one other angle, so on and so forth, until you find all the unknown angles. Okay, so quickly we will start from the bottom here first. Okay, when you look at the bottom here, we have angle on a straight line forming at this joint, and then we also have angle on a straight line forming at this joint. Okay, so we know that angle on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we have 115, we have 115 plus the x, angle x, which will be equal to what, 180 degrees. Okay, so finding our x, we have 180 minus 115. Okay, so x will be equal to 115 minus this will give us 65. So we have what, 65 degrees. Okay, so x is 65 degrees, because when you add this you should be getting 180. So this will give us 10, 0, then this one will give us 2, 30, then 180. So we have x to be equal to what, 180 degrees. With the same preamble, when we come here, we have 70 plus y equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so y will be equal to 180 minus 70 degrees. Okay, so y will also be equal to 180 minus 70. We have 110 degrees. When you add 70 and 110, you should be getting what, 180 degrees, and that is the angle which is forming around C. Okay, and this angle will also be forming around what, B. Okay, now fast forward, let's move on. Since we have x here, we have y here, and then the x, we could use x and this angle 70 here to find z. Okay, and that one has to do with angle, or the interior angle of a triangle. Okay, now the interior angle of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so if it add up to 180 degrees, we have z plus 70 degrees plus what, the x is equal to what, 65 degrees. So it will be equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so now we have, let me clean here, so we have x to be equal to 65 degrees, and we have y to be equal to 110 degrees. Okay, taking the record. So now we have z plus 70 plus 65, we have 135 equal to 180. So z will be equal to 180 minus 135. So z will be equal to 50. Okay, so z is equal to, sorry, it's not 50. Now this will give us 5, right? So this will give us 4. So z will be equal to what, 45 degrees. So we have z to also be equal to what, 45 degrees. Now if z is equal to 45 degrees, when you add the 45 degrees plus the x, which is 65 plus this 70, you should be getting what, 180. Okay, and obviously this also leads us to another proof of a certain type of angle, which is opposite angles are equal. Okay, so when you know opposite angles are equal, here we shouldn't have even calculated it, but since we calculated it, it has proved to us that we have the correct number, or we have the correct angle at Z or at Z. Okay, because opposite angle, since here is 45 and then it is opposite to the angle Z, it proves, or it tells us that they are also equal. The same way P and Q are also what? Equal. So if you know P, automatically you will know what? Q. Or if you know Q, you automatically know what? P. Okay, so now we will make use of angle on a straight line again. Okay, so we can consider here, then P and this 45, or Q and this 45. Okay, so let's consider P plus 45 equal to what? 180. Angle on a straight line again. So P will be equal to 180 minus what? 45. Okay, so P will also be equal to, here we have 5, here we have what? 3, then 135 degrees. So P is equal to 135 degrees. So P is equal to 135 degrees. And then P is opposite to Q. Okay, if P is opposite to Q, it means that Q is also equal to what? 135 degrees. Okay, so this will bring us to the end of the solution of the question. Now we have x to be equal to 65, y to be equal to 110, z to be equal to 45, and then P to be equal to 35 and Q also to be equal to 35. And this will bring us to the end of the solution to the question on the board. So all that we need to do is to know the principles concerning the angles. Okay, if you know the principles, the solution will be very easy for you. So learn, and then learn it very well and keep it in your head, so far as when a question is given to you, then you know how to tackle the question. This will be the end. Have a nice day.